What is your will, my master?
Hey, good morning, Connor. Quick demo video for you for your Spectre 6 by Pheonix props. As you know, because you and I were talking until a little bit late last night. I got this done yesterday, but I just didn't have it in me to make a demo. This is my last lightsaber installation of the year. Um, so I was just kind of taking my time, right? I was taking my time on the demo. But anyway, we'll just get it done first thing this morning, and then I can get this out in the mail to you today. But it is installed to CFX, and I'll show you that here in a second. You've got stock V2 MPXLs in here, and you were asking me about these because you had never seen these. How to grab this blade plug. So what these are designed to do with the LEDs in the PCB like that is you could take just a normal blade plug like this. It's not a NeoPixel blade plug. Um, as long as it fits in here. This takes a 7/8 inch blade, by the way. This is a 1 inch blade plug. But anyway, if this, I mean, you could take a normal blade plug, put it in here, and you get some shine through even when you don't have a blade in. But it's a NeoPixel ready saber, right? So you got those pins in there that make contact with your NeoPixel blade, and I'll light all that up here for you in a second. The toggle switch does work, right? So it is designed to, when you flip it forward, it will go into blaster mode, and then you have a blue LED in here. I did a little bit different than what you had started to do because you started to install this yourself. I use a single LED diode. It's a blue one, like I told you I would do. Fits in there nicely. I do take there's a copper circular insert that goes in here that you didn't use before it was in your box. But I always take that guy and I drill a hole in the middle of it so that I can attach that LED to the back of it, right? And so that's what I did there. I made your activation switch this box here and your auxiliary switch the trigger because your auxiliary switch is what actually it actually triggers the blaster. So it made more sense to have that on the trigger. All right. How to get to everything is you just want to unscrew the pommel. So we'll take this off. Once you take this off, you'll see you have your speaker right there. It has a 3D printed handle on it. So you can just pull it right out just like that. And what you've got here is a 24mm Smuggler's Outpost speaker. It has that little circle right there, right in the middle, that big one, so it can make clearance for the kill key that's in the recharge port. You've got that little locating peg right there. It helps you line it up into the chassis. And then, of course, you have a micro DIN connector right here, which is actually what makes contact with that other micro DIN connector in there, if you can see that. And that gets power to your speaker. But once you take that out and you look in here, if I can get the light right, see if we can do that. All right, you've got access to your micro USB and your SD card to your CFX. And then you see that hole for the locating peg over on this side for the speaker. Down here is your recharge port with the kill key in it, and then over here, of course, is your micro DIN connector. There's the light, just barely. Now, on this kill key, let me take it out real quick. You can just come in here with a pair of tweezers or whatever you can to grab it, pull it straight out. You'll see the board light up, and then it'll go off. That's a good sign. What I do with this is a pretty standard one that I print, and it's usually circular on the top. I do lop two sides off of that off of this though, so it's easier to grab with some tweezers or something like that. So that's why it's in the shape that it is. Once you take that out, you just want to take your speaker and line it up. Just be careful with it and poke it in. After you do it a few times, it'll be very easy to do just like that, right? It only took me a few seconds, and then we'll go ahead and we'll screw this pommel back on. We can come over here and hit activation. Got your LEDs firing up. Auxiliary for your blade is still the trigger. Or hold it down for blade lockup. We flip this forward. it's automatically going to kill your blade, and then it will go to your blaster, and you just hold down the trigger. Now, if you just tap the trigger, you're not going to get this sound. You'll just get the LED like that. But if you hold it down, that's when you get the sound. And then when you come back over here and flip this back, it automatically ignites your blade again, but it kills the blaster, right? And then you just hold this down to turn it off. As far as blades go, like I said, it takes a 7/8 inch NeoPixel blade. I have a brand new one that I made for testing. It's a little bit longer than this, but I haven't sanded it down, and it doesn't fit. So this is my old one that I've sanded down quite a bit. You're probably going to want to sand yours down because this blade socket is super tight. It does have a hole in here for blade retention, but I'm not using it. I didn't even put the blade retention screw in here because I didn't want to lose it. All right, so it's in your box. But we'll just take this and screw it down. Probably turn this on while I'm putting it in. It's so tight that I can't feel it go down on the pins. So if I have the saber on while I'm putting the blade in, I'll know exactly when it touches the pins, and I can stop pressing it in. But anyway, we've got the blade in now. Good flash on flash. Again, flip it over. Flip it back. Lights up the blade again. And we'll go ahead and turn it off. Just like that. And then I'll take the blade out. I just have the one sound font on here that you asked me to put on. It's the Ezra sound font from Sith. So that's on there for you. We'll go ahead and take this blade out. And then we'll go ahead and put the kill key back in. So we'll just unplug or just unscrew the pommel again. You probably will need a pair of tweezers this time. It's just a lot easier to get it in the recharge port, right? Which is it's a standard recharge port. If I just grab it like that, oops, you gotta take the speaker out first. Pop the speaker out, put this right in, and you're good to go. And it's in there. And then that's why I have this hole right here on the speaker pod to accommodate that kill key when it's in. The speaker can still be put in and no problem. And then we'll go ahead and we'll screw this back on. So yeah, that is pretty much your Spectre 6. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, I will try to get this out in the mail to you today. All right, thanks.